is so distraught she's refusing to leave her rooms. So exciting.
Scandalous. No doubt Isabel is beside herself. Poor girls.
What brings you to our tourney grounds here at Castle Navir? Oh, never mind that. Have you heard the latest? The Knight Commander has offered her daughter's hand in marriage to the Sapphire tourney winner. Everyone's aghast. Well, Aurelia has been the most desirable hand on High Isle for years, but no one thought she'd ever commit to a match. Seems the Commander has forced the issue. Oh no, that would be a slap in the face to her mother. And Aurelia's such a good girl. More scandal. Her friend Isabel is a participant in the tourney. She's sworn to free Aurelia from her mother's promise. I can't wait to find out what happens. If you help Isabel win the tournament, she could agree to marry Aurelia, then free her from the shortest engagement in history. Delicious!
Do come back and let us, Ramard, know how poor, sweet Aurelia is faring. Imagine being pursued by both Langley Letard and Mortens Brunel. How exciting.
I've no time for pleasantries. I'm up to my ears in cargo manifests. You have some business with me? Body? I'm sorry to hear that. He was never very sneaky. Always stumbling around in the dark. His night vision was horrible, unusual for a Khajiit. Expected? No. I'm just not very surprised. I warned him there was risk, but he was eager and needed the work. Looks like you'll be collecting instead. I'll gladly pay you for his piece of the map. Sure enough, this is definitely one of the map fragments I've been looking for. Balky actually managed to find it to his credit. Shame he couldn't claim the reward. Well, you finished what he couldn't, so here you go. Thanks again. Unless we've got business. I've got no more time to talk. I'm not a rich man, and I got work to do. I'd tell you to mind your business, but you've done me a good turn. I wasn't always such an upstanding citizen. I got involved with some unscrupulous things around Port Hunding. It caught up with me, and I found myself on Aminos soon enough. I befriended another exile from Hammerfell, an old pirate who captained the Scourge of Sentinel. He terrorized the crown for years before disappearing. He told me he split a map of his treasure among his crew, but they never claimed it. The old pirate gave me his fragment before he passed to the far shores, and told me the rest of his crew were still in the Sisters. So I tried to track them down. None of them seemed to still be alive, but following their trails seems to have paid off. I already hired some others to track down the remaining fragments. I'm not willing to double deal behind their backs, but if you happen across any other fragments in your travels before they do, then that's just their bad luck. Fair?
Follow the rules, and you won't lose your status as a trustee.
Rules? Following the rules got me tossed in the stockade in the first place. But I hear you.
Through this gate lies the jungle of Amnos. Your home for the rest of your miserable lives.
Please, I'm innocent, I tell you. Don't send me into the jungle.
Too late for that. You've all been processed. If we don't banish you into the jungle, you'll die.
Right. Certain death out here. At least a slight chance to survive in the jungle. That's the fate of the banished.
An innocent orc, banished to the wilds of Amanos. What's fair about that? I hear there are gangs roaming the jungle. Maybe I can join one. Safety in numbers, right?
Processed prisoners, I've seen all kinds. Some beg and plead, others cry like babes dragged from their mothers' breasts. Others get angry, offer gold, make threats. It would be sad if I didn't find it so amusing.
Back to the stockade, prisoner. It will be your turn for processing and banishment soon enough.
Banished to the jungle doesn't sound too terrible, does it? How bad could it be beyond those gates?
I'll find a way to make them all pay.
I'm gonna survive out in that jungle, just to spite them all. Wait and...
This one knows she can never leave the jungle. But sometimes, slipping through that gate is so tempting.
having trouble? Sorry, I just always...
Gonna be fun.
What is she thinking? No one gets off this island. Did you see that ridiculous Breton running around collecting trash? Called herself Luna Jolvain. She's building a raft to take her to Whalefall. In all my years as a prisoner on Amanos, I've never seen someone get away. She'll get torn apart. Her partner Anton was selected for that game one of the jailers plays. He hunts prisoners for sport on that island. She doesn't think he'll last. I've heard the prize for survival is your freedom, so maybe she just doesn't want to be alone. I guess those two aren't the fighting type. Luna said they ended up here for swindling. If you want a laugh, look for her on the western coast. Maybe she's built her trash raft by now. She might even offer you something to help her. So, you plan to help the Breton, eh? Saving that Anton of hers will be tough. Make sure that any gold she gives you is real. Can't trust a swindler. Oh, and if you see her, say hello for me. And good luck crossing that water. So many years, yes. I know every tree and rock. I've seen every type of person arrive on Amanos thinking they can outsmart it. And do you know what I've learned? There's no way off. They all died trying. Ugh, I'm so tired of telling that story. The first thing anyone asks on a prison island is always, how did I get here? I'm more than the crime I committed a lifetime ago. Anyway, I turned an entire Breton town into skeevers. Not a big deal. I said I'm tired of talking about it. Breton town, I show up, skeevers, then Amanos. That's all you really need to know. Back when I arrived, the Amanos jailers used it as a training ground. It's a nice, isolated place to learn about subduing prisoners. Sometime after they processed me, I was banished to the jungle. Rumors started about a game on the island. I don't know much to tell. No one I've ever met has ever come back to talk about it. Prisoners get recruited from Amanos Station with the promised reward of freedom. If you survive their hunt, you win. Survive for how long, though, they don't say. Other than her delusions of escape. She must be new. I've never seen her before now. And I make it my business to know everyone in the Amanos jungle. She's a swindler, someone good at tricking people into giving away gold. Be careful with her.
Dress your kills quickly if you take them down by the waters. The Ornogs like to sneak them away if you leave them unattended. Or so the locals tell me.
This place gives me the creeps. Anton, you better be alive to make these splinters worth it. If you came to judge my raft too, I don't want to hear it. I only need to get to Whalefall and back. I know the waters are dangerous, but my partner Anton got selected for the game there. He's not the type who can survive it. Just the rumors I've heard in the stockade. No one knows which jailer runs the game. If he chooses you, then it's off to Whalefall. You get set loose, and he hunts you down. Apparently he promises freedom if you survive, but I doubt that. The two of us work together to convince people to give us their gold. We're not really the fighting types. I can't see Anton lasting too long alone against hunters. How about you come with me? I need an escort, and I'll give you the coin I have. So, here's my plan. We ride the raft over to Whalefall, find Anton, then leave. Now that I've said that out loud, I see it's not much of a plan, but it's what I got. I'd like to get a move on, though. My partner is clever, but not especially tough. It's that small island to the west of here. Not sure where the name comes from. I imagine something to do with whales. Jailers play a game there with prisoners from the stockade. They let you loose, and then send hunters after you. So they told us, but I've spent my entire life around criminals, thugs, and related scum, and never once have I met someone who said they got set free from Whalefall. You'd think I'd have run into someone if it were true. I love the man like a brother, but Anton can sometimes act flashier than he should. He likes to show off his sleight of hand skills. After we got thrown in the stockade, Anton decided to make friends with a jailer. Olivia was her name. Anton was playing her, of course. I don't even think he wanted something from her. Just a way to pass the time. But she actually fell for the old charmer. Once she saw the ruse, Anton's name ends up on the list for Whalefall. Slipping in and out of the stockade isn't that difficult. And they don't really seem to mind if the prisoners wander off into the jungle. As soon as the jailer dragged Anton away, I knew he wouldn't last. I left the stockade to go after him. Made it with my own 2 hands. Quite proud of it. I knew I'd never survive the swim, so I scavenged anything that floats. The tides around here tear everything to shreds, so I had plenty of debris to choose from. I just hope it holds together. Oh, like I said, he and I are the swindlers. A little distraction over here, and suddenly your purse is gone. Nothing too bad, you know? But it's not like anyone here on Amanos is the innocent type. Seems we marked the wrong target this time. Some noble in High Rock, Lord Featherbuns or whatever. They're all the same to me. We tried the old pig in a poke on him. Was going fine until his servant called for an appraiser. He was upset to hear the ancient magic orb was a painted goose egg. There was some hue and cry, then finally they caught us. Not the first time Anton and I got arrested, but I guess the Lord wanted to make an example. He shipped us to Amanos as a message. Don't mess with even the stupid nobles, it says.